17th Yud Zayin Sivan. Going to mark the Hilula of a famous Moroccan rabbi. His name was Rabbi Eliyahu Shriki, Zecher Tzadik Libracha, one of the great rabbis born in Morocco of his time. He was born in English in 1922. In 2012, on the 17th of Sivan. Now, he came from great rabbinic. His father was a famous rabbi, Rabbi Moshe Shriki, and his mother's name was Rabbanit Rivka. He was born in an area in Morocco, I believe, the name Agadir or Ilij in Agadir in Morocco, a place was mentioned about on various occasions. Now, he would learn Torah at a young age through great rabbanim in his place, especially from Rabbi Eliyahu Rabuach, who happens to be a great rabbi, and Rabbi Lugasi, another great rabbi. So really came from high esteem from a point of view. He would become attached to Torah even from young age. He would later on go on to study under auspices of Rabbi Yehuda Ochayon, Rabbi Azubid, really great rabbis over there. And then I think he would later spend a tenure of time in Mojadah to study Torah over there, and would learn, I think, at that point in time, the laws of Shechita and how to become a shochet, I think, would be ordained shortly after. Then come what the year 1940 was, he would have been about at that stage in time, 18 years of age. He would start to work as a the village where he was born, of Ilij, respectively. And he would head a Talmud Torah, I think, at that vicinity, that point in time. I think in the 1940s, he would get married to his wife, Rabbanit Rachel. She is a relative of Rav Nissim Shriki, another great rabbi, but I believe on various occasions before. Now, in the 1950s, especially early 50s, mid-1950s, there was a large wave of Aliyah coming from Morocco to the land of Israel. So, come with the year 1956, Tafshin Tet Ayim, he would move to Eretz Yisrael, and he would go on to live in Moshav of the name Kislon, I think, which is actually based very near Bet Shemesh. And it was started up over there. And I think it was catering for, let's say, the Moshav itself was an establishment for the Moroccan Jews, immigrants coming from Morocco and from Tunisia, and they would establish themselves over there. Now, he would go on to serve as a rabbi of the Moshav, and would also, at the same time, being the rabbi of this Moshav, would travel between various Moshavs around the area, engage, let's say, in Shechita, making sure there's kosher food for people, and kosher slaughter, and would give various different Torah lessons in different synagogues in that specific area in of itself. Now, I believe at one stage in time, I think in the 1960s, he would suffer from arthritis, and that would obviously be a major distraction and pain in of itself, prakim, as they say over there. And when he left the hospital, I think he spent period of time inside the hospital, he would start learning every single day 18 Mishnayot. It would be reported over. So that's, I think, every month he'll be able to learn all the Mishnayot, and he would, I think, go on to do or Daya and a specific Suda, I think, at the time period of the Hilul of Rabbi Meir Baal Hanes, if I'm not mistaken. He would delve in very deeply into Torah, and he wasn't one to just speak just for the sake of it. He was toiling in Torah and spoke less, let's just say. He would travel to various places, reported over actually. There was famous yeshiva called Yeshivat HaChayim V'Shalom over there, and he would go on to learn Kabbalah, as it says there, Sham Ha'amik Ed Limudo B'Sitari Torah, respectively. So he would go over there and deepen into the secrets of Torah. He would dwell in over there. So that was very, very prominent. He would set aside a portion of the day to learn Zohar and the various different tikkunim. And as it says, over there. Now, it's actually interesting. He would give out grandiose drashot, he would actually say over, and especially to large crowds. He would give lessons, they, I think, reported between Mincha and Arvit. And I believe on the Shabbat evening, he would teach Musar and the book, the En Yaakov, respectively. He was able to write 12 Torah scrolls during his lifetime, a phenomenal achievement. And I think he would write other writings in regards of Shechita, which I think the manuscript itself, we don't know where exactly it is to this day. Now, I believe he would move in his older age to the city of Bet Shemesh. He sadly suffered a stroke and would become weak, give him weakness. He had difficulty walking and seeing it's reported over. This from the Hayim website, but he would still be very much part of the Torah lessons over there, be part of every single tefillah 3 times a day inside the minyan, and really do a huge amount all throughout, especially, let's just say he was very, very just delving into Torah the whole point in time. And he would also study the famous book Israel, which is a book which many of the Sephardim people would actually study if they had the choice of what to study each day. Something Kavua, the Chok Yisrael, was preferred by many people. Now, he passed away on the 17th of Sivan in the year Tafshin Ein Bet. That was in the year 2012. Now, after he passed away, I believe a remembrance of Kuntras will come out in his memory called the Marosh Tzorim. And at the end of the book, Ma'alot Eliyahu, I think was printed various different novelties and teachings, and there was a gathering of the writings, let's just say, in his name. And I believe it was his son, Rabbi Moshe Shriki, in this book called the Torah Eliyahu. That would come out maybe separately, if I'm not mistaken, or there was other separate books also that came out. So he passed away, as we stated before, in the year 2012 it was. And he was one of the famous rabbis, especially near Bet Shemesh, always engaged in Torah. In of itself, he would be the rabbi of the Moshav Kislon for a long period of time. He was, I believe, he would leave as many as 8 children, and according to the article in 2012 here in the Chadrei Hadarim website, he had already dozens of descendants at that point in time. So I'm not too sure. The latest, I believe, he was buried in the Har HaMenuchot, the Mount of Rests burial cemetery over there. He was buried in, and was a great rabbi of his time. He was 90 years of age at the time he passed away. So everyone, don't forget to light candles in the great rabbi's memory. He was a very famous rabbi of his time. So I would recommend everyone to look into it. Now, friends, we're a community here. We're learning about the great Oriental rabbi of yesteryear. If you descend from any of the great Chachamim we are speaking about, please let me know. I would love to hear more. We've covered possibly about as many as 1,000 short biography videos on some of the great rabbis that came from North African countries and from the Spanish countries and those vicinities, respectively. I believe he would pass away, if I'm not mistaken, in the Shari Tzedek Hospital in Jerusalem, in Beit HaKerem, a place we've actually visited on this channel before. So if you descend, from any of these great rabbis, please send me an email. If you feel anyone's interested in watching these videos, please share these videos to other people. And don't forget, please subscribe to the channel. We're close to already 7,000 subscribers, which is an absolutely phenomenal community move. So let's just grow more and more. And we can only do it with your help and with your subscription and to join the community. So wishing you a great day here from the city of Bet Shemesh in Israel. And a coincidence, we're speaking about a rabbi that would really imprint the vicinities close to Bet Shemesh here. I'm recording this from the city of Bet Shemesh. Thank you very much. Have a great day.